My whole shtick on this channel is to create content on the devices that you already own without additional outlay, simply to prove that this can be done by anybody. But I've not been showing you how I do what I do. So that's going to change today. Welcome everybody, my name is Doragon and this is how I live stream from Android to both YouTube and Twitch. Streaming from a mobile is becoming a lot more common. Mobile games, for example, are brilliant. You can even get Call of Duty and PUBG on mobile now. Play them there and stream them directly to Twitch or YouTube. But more importantly, and the one that sort of started me wanting to do this, is I can AAA game on my tablet. This tablet. Through the use of cloud services such as GeForce Now, Google Stadia, and Microsoft's xCloud, I can play the biggest AAA titles on an Android tablet. All I need to do is connect a Bluetooth controller up to it, and away we go. It's brilliant. But I want to stream those, or I want to capture those. So how do I do that? Sometimes it's easy. If it's just capture I'm looking for, because that is a Samsung tablet, I have a built-in screen recorder. I just go into my quick actions menu, scrolling down from the top of the screen, and I can start recording everything on the screen. I can even add microphone commentary if I want to. But what if I want to add face cam? What if I want to add a chat overlay, alert boxes and such, and live stream this to my community on YouTube? Well, that's where things get a bit more interesting, and still very easily doable. Now, before we get into this, I do want to say that there are loads of different ways to do this. The one that I'm going to show you is the one that I'm currently utilizing, the one that I like the most. It's not to say it's the only way to do it, but I do think it's one of the best. Reasons for that, it's the same experience whether you're doing it here on Android, whether you're doing it on iOS, whether you're doing it on PC, or whether you're doing it on Mac. It's the same program, same name, same general experience, just changed slightly to the platform that you're currently on. Secondly, the reason I really like this one is it's totally free. I've used paid versions in the past. I've bought applications outright that do a bang-up job, and some things they do so much better than the one that I'm going to show you. But for one that's free and the implementations that it has, I don't think there's a better thing on the market at this precise moment in time. So I'm going to show you this application, and it will allow you to stream whatever you want to pretty much wherever you want to. I'm just personally going to be using YouTube as an option because, hey, this is where I am. So, this is my tablet screen. It's a Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 Plus. As I've said, what you're seeing now is the inbuilt recording software. Grand, that's what we like, very helpful. I have a folder on the right-hand side of my home screen here called Doragon. This is where I keep everything for my YouTube creation. So if I click into that, you'll see I've got my YouTube Studio, which is where I manage all of the videos, their tags, their thumbnails and all that sort of stuff, their go live dates. I've got Google Docs, which is where I write all of my scripts, CC Express, which is where I make all of my thumbnails, YouTube itself, which is where I watch videos, KineMaster, which is where I edit videos together, Anchor for podcasts, same with Google Podcasts here, Discord for community interaction, Twitch for watching live streams and members of my community and friends, Media Converter, I've got two of those, so I've got a video converter and an audio converter if needs be, Stream Elements if I want to edit anything there, voice recording software, and then two other programs. Screen Stream Mirroring Pro is what I used to use for live streams. Prism Live is what I now use. Prism is the free option, so let's get into that and see what it does. So when it loads up, you'll see my face disappear from the top left-hand side of the screen and appear all over the screen. This is a really powerful bit of software. Now you'll see the aspect ratio change. Obviously I'm not in a circle up that top side anymore, but you'll also notice that the video quality has dropped. Now, some people, that's a problem. For me, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to be capturing my screen most of the time, not doing any just chatting screens such as this when I'm on stream. So that lower video quality on the face cam doesn't really make a difference to me. It doesn't really matter. Great part is you've got so much fidelity and options within this application. You'll see across the right hand side here, bottom of your screen, if you're on like normal upright mobile, you've got connect, live, video and photo. Video and photo are exactly what they say on the tin. So you can go into photo and cheese. Oh God, let's delete that immediately. Take a terrible photo. I mean, I was aiming to take a terrible photo, but that was bad. If you go into video, you can take a video. If you go into live, you can go live. But you'll notice across the top here, just above my head, there's 3 dots. Now, if I scroll this way, it goes into video only mode. So this is for basically a preview you to see the clean screen without any of the controls on it as to what's happening. This is your broadcast mode. So this is where you can go live and everything and set everything up. If we go further and come over into this dot here, you'll see I've set a load of things up. Let me just get below all of the things I've set up. So they're all for different sorts of things. There's a video here. Anybody who's ever seen a live video on Twitch knows that there is a pre-roll video. You can add pre-roll videos from Android directly through this application. You just need to make the video itself beforehand, but that's the same whether you're using OBS on a PC as well. But there's loads of others. So there's 2 of my logo here. So this one, for example, just pops up on the screen. Now I have set all of these into position previously. If I click this smaller one though, it gives me basically a watermark, and that will stay throughout my streams. So I'll have a watermark down the bottom right hand side of my stream if I so fancy. Brilliant for if you're doing something musically based, it's your own music. It means you've got your copyright on the video at all times, and it's more difficult for people to then try and steal it and re-upload it. I can remove that as well, and I can do all of this mid-stream if I so want to. So quite a bit of fidelity. But things do get a little bit more interesting. You see, I've got a Twitch goal here. So if I'm streaming to Twitch, for example, I can have this one pop up on my screen, and it is literally the goal that Twitch now allows you to set through the Creator Studio. Pops up on the top right hand side of the screen. Again, I can move this around, put it wherever I want, change its size and scale and scope and what have you. Personally, I quite like it at the size that it came out. And then I'll go and put it up that top right hand side of the screen. But you'll notice there's yellow lines that it will snap to. These yellow lines are the absolute limits of your broadcast. My screen that this is being recorded on is a 16:10 aspect ratio. Most broadcasts are 16:9. So those yellow lines mean that I can snap these things into place and they will still appear perfectly on my broadcasts. But I want to stream to YouTube, so I'm not going to put my Twitch goal up there. What I do want, however, are YouTube alerts. Now this looks like a massive box across the middle of the screen. There's a reason for that, because I've got this set as a web widget from Stream Elements. And what that means is when someone subscribes to me on YouTube, it will pop up on my screen. Now I am emulating these at the moment, so it hopefully pops up for you. Subscriber event. There you go. Gives you the sound, gives you the event. And it pops up right in the middle of the screen, tells you who's subscribed, and if there's anything like, say, a member, they've joined the channel, they've sponsored the channel, that also pops up. If someone sends you a tip through the Stream Elements link, like I've got below, that one should pop up, and it'll give you the message as well. Born too late to explore the Earth, born too early to explore the universe. And all of this is happening on my screen. Like, what you are seeing is through the inbuilt screen capture of the Samsung tablet. So I can see this as it's happening during my stream. I don't need an additional screen open with all of this information on. I can have that because I have a mobile phone, and I can go straight into Twitch Studio, or even open the Twitch app and have all of that there, or the YouTube app and have all of that there, and have these things working for me wherever I choose to stream. But the fact that it appears on the screen is amazing. It's very helpful and allows me to see these things in real time, at the same time that other people watching get to see it. Another one that you can add on, boom, little chat box. But that little chat box has got loads of different icons next to people's names. That's because you can multi-stream through this application. So I could stream this to YouTube, I could stream this to Twitch, I could stream this to Facebook, and I could stream it to, I think there's 4 additional places I could stream it to, generally based around the Asian market. So if you go to stream destinations here in settings, you've got YouTube at the top here behind my face. Let me just pop myself over here. So YouTube, Facebook, I could connect to Facebook if I want, but don't really feel the need to do Facebook. Twitch, and then these are the ones that sit over in the Asian area that I've never come across personally, but there's a lot of people over there, a fair old chunk of the world's population. So to have the ability to stream to 7 different places simultaneously, and then when you go back, have all of those chats appear on your screen at once, and you can just read them whilst you're gaming, chef's kiss. That is beautiful. See what that looks like in terms of a real stream? Here's some video from a camera stream I did with this, pointing at the Nintendo Switch. Yeet, yeet, yeet. Ow! That hurt! This witchcraft wibble is me streaming on Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. All from a phone. He's cleansed. So yeah, welcome YouTube, welcome Twitch. You can see it all on screen with each other, which should be great. Hi Wibble from YouTube. Hi Lee from Twitch. Not bad, eh? Like the chat comes up, you see the chat on both sides of things. So like Wibblesniff on YouTube and Massive Lee on Twitch, they can talk to each other through no additional means than what's on screen. With what's appearing here, they can see it just as well as you can, and that's brilliant. But what about recording your gameplay? Like at the moment, I'm just showing you a camera, yeah? Like, what use is that to you? Well, over the right-hand side of the screen here, you've got 2 buttons before you click the Go Live button, which is this one here. The one that we're on is camera, so if I was going to a just chatting stream, I could start this up and it would go straight out to wherever. Otherwise, I could click on this button and it would record my screen in front of me. So let's do that. Let's start a stream. If I click Go Live, okay, the camera disappears, you're only going to hear my voice for the moment, but I've got a preset going on here. So I can set up what's happening. I can change the title of the stream. So tab test works well. I could add a description, a full description into this video to go live on YouTube, which is utterly amazing. If I click on my icon here, I can choose to go live on Twitch simultaneously. Now I'm not going to do that for this particular one because this is just a test and I'm putting it privately up on YouTube. But what else can we do here? I can choose to share the link directly to Facebook, Twitter. I can copy it and write my own link, my own tweet or what have you, put it out on social media that I'm going live with whatever I'm going live with. And then you've got this little picture plus button here. You can set an intro or a YouTube thumbnail. Now personally, because it's going YouTube, I'm going to set the YouTube thumbnail. This then accesses all of the pictures and videos on my device, and as you can see, I've been creating this YouTube live thumbnail recently with all of these terrible pictures of me looking forward, but this is what I came up with. This is my new YouTube live thumbnail, and I could just add it directly to the stream. And then when I want to start, all I do is click this big yellow button across the right hand side, and we go live. I need to make that bigger. There you go. That's as big as your face cam will go on your stream. You can stream anything on your Android homepage. So if I put my face up here, for example, I can go into any of these. What I'm going to go into is Stadia, however. Now, the only problem you face is I'm going to try and launch Stadia, and that happens. Thankfully, I know there's other ways for me to get there, wherever I've put it in here. Oh, it's in games, isn't it? Dang it. Dang it. All right. So maybe launch what you want to play in the background first, because you can always go into your access here. So we'll go Xbox Game Pass instead on this one rather than Stadia. I wanted to go Stadia. I like Stadia. I prefer the quality of Stadia. I think it looks a lot better, so it would look better on stream. But what you've got to remember is what you're seeing now is the actual stream itself, and this is not my internal capture. This is the stream that you're seeing. So what I'm going to do is start up a bit of Halo Infinite, because why not? Now let's go a bit of Forza Horizon 5, hey? Let's get a bit of driving simulation on the go. Now I've got my controller connected here. This is just cloud gaming, so this game is streaming to my tablet. My tablet is then streaming this to the internet, directly to YouTube. And quality-wise, I mean, you're going to have to let me know. I've downloaded this, I've added this in, but I think the quality looks pretty darn good. It looks really stable. And bearing in mind, this is a Wi-Fi connection. This isn't Ethernet connections. So this is all done over Wi-Fi at the moment, and I think what you're seeing is fantastic. Okay, I've got a fairly low camera, fairly low quality camera. We've got okay visuals. They're compressed 1080p, so they're not going to be amazing visuals, but I think overall it looks great. And if you're doing this as a stream and you've got that chat coming up the left hand side and you've got alerts going off in the middle of your screen when things happen for you, I think it's amazing. Let's see if we can get a subscriber event to happen or something. I don't know whether they're going to happen on the stream here, because I don't know whether you can simulate it whilst you're actually live, but hey ho. But yeah, we're jumping straight into Horizon. It's taking a little while to load. That sometimes happens on the cloud. I also find that that happens with this particular game. It's not a quick loading game. And the only downside I face personally is I can't hear what's going on because I've got my standard stream microphone plugged into my tablet. There you go, Series 4, new series has arrived, blah de blah, so let's go back.
Welcome back,
Car Mastery points refunded, okay, cool. Let's leave, let's go for a bit of a quick drive. I think I'm in the Ford Falcon at the moment, the GTHO. I am. This is a car that my dad used to work on, and he lived out in Australia. He trained as a mechanic pretty early on. And he worked on one of the Bathurst winning GTHOs. So there's always been a picture of this car on the wall at my parents' place, and I've just had this love of it. Even though I've been a bit more of a GM guy, this car's special. Ford Falcon GTHO sounds like a beast, drives pretty well in this. I've never been able to drive one in real life, unfortunately, even whilst living out in Australia. It's very much been a case of they're incredibly rare, no one's going to let a random pommie behind the wheel of it and what have you. But yeah, that's why I bought this one in-game. It's just, it means quite a bit to the family. Brakes are terrible, I may add. But it looks pretty darn good if you ask me. This is what Forza Horizon 5 looks like on the cloud, being streamed directly to YouTube from an Android tablet. And okay, none of the alerts are going off, and I think it's probably because I'm live. But how cool is this, that you can actually do this from a tab? I mean, you saw the Pokemon stream, like, this stuff works, it pops up, it's amazing. And then to end the stream is dead easy. So if I take my mouse again, there's a little menu up the top left hand side that you're probably not going to see because this is the stream side of things that you're seeing at the moment. If I turn the screencast off, it brings us straight back in here to a just chatting page. So say you're ending your stream, sorry for the wobbliness there, I hit the table. Say this is the end of your stream, you can come into a just chatting page, finish up with your chatters, and then you can end the stream via a little button in the top right hand side that just says end. And when you end, it gives you a Prism Live Studio ending screen. As this is the live stream, kind of like this. Once you are done, you're presented with a screen like this. What Prism Live Studio does alongside streaming all of your content is record it. So this is a full recording of the 5-minute stream that I've just put up to YouTube. If I go to YouTube now on my phone here, for example, I can bring up my live videos and you will see right at the top there, tab test. It's got the thumbnail that I put on, that we put on during this particular video, the view that I've just put on it, the quality is in 1080p. It's absolutely fantastic. But I've also got a copy of it here, available to download, that I can use to create shorts, video on demand, reviews, whatever the case may be, in exactly the same quality. All I need to do is hit that save button and go back. And suddenly we're back into this page, which is our setup screen. So we've got our alerts, our chatbot. Now I could, if I wanted, throw that watermark on there for future ones, especially if I'm having my face up this top right here. And that's the setup with Prism Live Studio. That's how powerful this bit of software is. And just to put this in perspective, that's how powerful this bit of free software is. This is totally free. You can do a stream that looks like this on screen currently, that has alerts going off left, right, and center, that has all of the information that you want your viewers to have on screen, ready and raring to go. This is it. This is how it happens. You do it through Prism Live Studio, and it's available on any platform out there, except maybe Linux. I'm not sure about the Linux side of things. But it's brilliant. Utterly superb. This is what I use to live stream from Android. It's not what I use to record Android. I use the inbuilt one from Samsung because it just does a better job. It picks up exactly what the screen is showing, so full quality, which is amazing. But when I'm streaming, and if I want to multi-stream especially, this is beyond phenomenal. I would highly recommend this to anybody looking to get started in streaming, because you can make your stream look really professional from the get-go. And all you need is a device that's already in your pocket, in a mobile phone. And that, folks, is Prism Live Studio. As I've said multiple times through this video, it's a really powerful bit of software. And the fact that you can get this on Android, iOS, Mac, and PC means that if you do upgrade your kit later on, you're going to have the same experience wherever you decide to stream from. It's also giving people additional fidelity. Say they go away for a few weeks. You've heard streamers going away and they're visiting parents or something and they won't get a chance to work. That's lost revenue for a streamer. But if they've got an Android or Apple tablet, for example, they can now stream whilst they're on the go. Okay, it might not be as professional as their normal ones, but it still looks pretty darn good, as you've seen from all of the footage of those streams in this particular video. But most importantly, it means that those looking to get started can get started with the devices that they already have. They don't need to outlay for new PCs, new laptops, new capture cards, new microphones and such, because all of that is built into the tablet that they can play these games on, the phone that they can play these games on, and they can get started for near enough zero cost. That's not put out in the world enough. That you can get started in this hobby, in this business, in this job, however you want to view it, for very, very little outlay. Something like this, a £50 microphone, makes a massive difference to your streams, and I would always recommend audio quality first, but otherwise, My tablet has done this entire video, except for these bits, which is my phone. Two devices that most households already have. And Prism Live Studio, I hope this has been a decent little tutorial for you on how to use it, because I couldn't find a really decent one. I couldn't find all these ins and outs. And if you've got any questions about it, hit me up down below and I'll do a follow-up Q&A about this particular program, because it's powerful, it's good, and things like those widgets take a little bit of time to set up, but they improve your stream quality so much. So that's it for today, guys. I would like to thank you all very much for tuning in, as always. Please look in the description box below. There are loads of links down there. Things like the subscribe link is massive. We're currently at 48% of my goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers. And if you do subscribe, you'll get your name in the description box until the next person subscribes. You can join the Discord server to also get your name in description boxes. And if you're feeling super kind and generous, you'll also get your name in the description box if you choose to tip the channel and help out financially with the content that I create. Otherwise, your viewership is more than enough for me. Don't forget to do the usual YouTube stuff. Subscribe, bell next to it for notifications, and the like button helps the YouTube algorithm out massively. In the meantime, guys, my name is Doragon. This has been my guide to Prism Live Studio today. And until next time, have yourselves a fantastic day and take care.